Hey, you. We have made it to the end of the week. TGIF. Yo, first of all, how are you doing? How are you feeling? As far as me, I'm feeling empowered. And I'm feeling like a fucking. Yo, I'm trying my hardest to stop swearing. I'm feeling I'm in beast mode. I've been in mama mode all year, and it's just transferred to like beast mode. Cause motherfuckers think that they can play in my face, and they do not understand. I am a Sagittarius. You do not get to play in my face and then just act like it's not gonna get addressed. No matter how much you hide, no matter how much you try to avoid, it's gonna. I gotta tap into my magician, my magical powers, and then I gotta play the game better than you. I don't like playing games. I don't play games. I'm not petty. But when I'm dealing with people who like to play games and be petty, I gotta show you that I'm better than you at your fucking game. So I'm feeling empowered. I'm feeling in beast mode. And I don't like when people try to disrupt my time, my energy, my day, and just try to like stir the pot and hide their hand. Because I'm very honest, I'm brutally honest, and I'm straightforward, and I'll pop up. So this today, tomorrow, and Saturday, I'm about to dismantle every fucking body. And the best way that I only know how, which is to tell the truth. And it's the hurtful truth. And I'm gonna go on about my life. So that's how I'm feeling today. What's up, Aztec? Thank you for the emojis. How you doing today? How are you feeling? Happy Friday. So in the title of my description, I wrote, I know God be laughing at me when I be praying for certain people, y'all. And something I've been saying since last year when all this started, I was like, yo, God's gonna bless me beyond belief and put me on display for all the people that have played in my face and wasted my time, yo. And all the shit I've had to eat. And all the traps I've had to escape. And I started to say, you know what? Life is funny, but God is funnier. And I just realized once again that at night when I go to bed, I'm thankful for the day. I thank God for anything I got to eat and drink throughout the day. I'm thankful that I made it through the day. I'm thankful that me and my daughter made it back safe to wherever we're at. I'm thankful for the people that it feels like they're in my corner. And I'm like, oh, my prayers keep changing. I was just thinking of God for a man, and then that dismantled and disrupted to where God's like, why are you praying for this person who's doing you dirty? And then I've been living with somebody I've been calling my friend, and I was just praying for her and whatever person relationship she was in and her daughter. And then it transitioned to like now I'm here with her and her ex-husband. And so like my prayers keep changing, like thank you for this person, thank you for that person, thank you for this person. And now this shit then hit the fan. As I was like, God's laughing at me because I be praying for people who, one, don't pray for themselves, and two, would never pray for me, would never wish well on me because they don't wish well for people they should. And so I'm gonna have to hurt some feelings today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And I don't feel no way about it because people don't feel no way when they dismantle your day, when they disrupt your life, when they see you having a hard time and they're secretly giving you a harder time. Motherfuckers don't care. So I'm gonna hurt feelings by just telling the truth. And and the thing about it is that people don't like truth tellers, and people don't like when you tell the truth, but more importantly, people don't like when you tell their truth, things that they try to hide or have secret private conversations about. And that's why people don't like India, because I'm always telling the truth, and when you piss me off, then I tell your truth and I read you in front of everybody. So that's what I plan on doing today. Thank you that you're happy to see me smile. I gotta smile, I gotta laugh through the things I'm going through. I'm packing up my stuff this weekend to put it back in this trailer. But I went to the trailer today. I walked over there and I got a bag for I'm not gonna say like my friend's daughter anymore. I got a bag of stuff for my daughter's friend. Because she has a doll. She has like one of those lifelike dolls, and I've been saving stuff for her doll. And even the times when we've been there, I've given her stuff, and her mother has washed it and given it back to me, because she don't want me to do anything for her and this doll, because she don't like the doll. She don't want her playing with the doll, just like killing the daughter's imagination and like life. So today I'm gonna give it to her. Because I'm only gonna be here for a couple more days. But I wanted to share a funny story. I got my incense, right? I was telling you guys about the incense and how this whole thing kind of went to this point about over incense. But for me, I'm not a point person. I'm a principle person. So stuff been boiling over that I just been eating and ignoring and eating. And then this happened. And then I got these indirect, petty text messages and lectures. And then this person didn't give me the time or space to address it face to face, because I'm a face to face person. I don't hide behind a phone. I don't hide behind a text. I don't hide behind social media. I'll show up. I want to do face to face because I'm bold and I'm brave and I don't take nobody's shit. And that person didn't give me the opportunity to do it. And a couple days have went by, and still like hiding, avoiding, and whispering. Like I'm in this small space where I can hear everything. So I just learned today that I learned 2 days ago that I am the only person that is helping the ex-husband financially. You have this person who used to be his ex-wife, who's working 2 jobs, and she's not giving him a dime. And I'm over here saving up to give him money. Like I went to the ATM today so that I could give him $200. And he feeling pressured because obviously we're all here sharing this space, so everything's going up. But she's pinpointing it on me and saying, oh, it's because me and my daughter's here. And like excluding herself, almost feeling like privileged, like, well, it's your job to take care of us because we're the ex-wife and this is your daughter, which is fine on his behalf. But she did this man dirty and like left him to go live her real lifestyle, which is to be with a woman. And then the woman played her. So that's where I came into the story. The woman played the crap out of her, and she just didn't have anywhere to go. So this is how we just ended up back here. And she don't want to be here. She actually hates and despises this man. And I am going to hurt his feelings. Not intentionally, but just to let him know, like, yo, you just let me know that she's not giving you any money, and that, like, you're trying to struggle to figure out how to pay for stuff. But every single day that we've been here since June, every single day, there's multiple packages coming that she's ordering online. And she's always buying something for her car. And right now, she's planning to buy a dumpster that costs $600 to rent it for the week, because she wants to clean out the garage. It's getting cold. It's not even necessary to do this. She wants to clean out the garage so that she can try to convince him to move into the garage and live in the garage, because she don't want to live with him. A man that she left because she don't even really like men. It was just like a plot, a placeholder, a whole bunch of stuff. And then she literally told me, if you ever watch my lives, at the end of my lives, I always say what in my 3 messages. I say, don't let anybody try to put you in a box, because they then will try to put you in a ditch. Ask me how I know. This person who's pretending to be my friend told me just last week that she's cleaning, she's getting this dumpster because she's gonna clean out the garage, and she's like, I'm gonna put him in the garage. I'm gonna put him in a box. That was her exact words. And I had to laugh from crying. I literally had to laugh. I had to laugh from crying because that was her exact words. Like, I'm gonna put him in a box. And I was laughing, and I was like, why are you trying to make him go live outside in the garage? And she's like, because I don't want to live with him. Like, she has like this dislike for him, the father of her daughter. And he never did anything to her. That's the gag. That's what I've learned while being here. He's never done anything to her. And she was like, if I can't convince him to go live in the garage after I clean it out, then I've been saving up all my money, and I'm gonna find my own place and move. So it was very funny when all of a sudden she gave me this timeline. This timeline is her timeline. Like, she's plotting. And now that I've learned that you're not even paying for anything, and I've been paying whatever I can give to this man to help out on the bills or whatever's going on, you haven't been paying him, and you work and you get paid weekly. That's fucked up. But you're gonna tell me to not burn incense in a room because everybody has to tiptoe when she's there. You can't listen to anything. She don't want to hear sound. She don't want to hear noise. She conditioned her daughter to watch her tablet with no noise, no nothing, because she don't want to hear it. And so it's like people like that try to operate and act like it's their world and everybody else is just living in it, and everybody has to accommodate them and compromise to them while they're being selfish and don't compromise and don't accommodate and always have like an ulterior motive, an agenda, and all types of weirdo shit. And I learned that I'm paying for this room that I'm staying in. You're not about to tell me what to do. Well, as soon as I get there today, I'm going to give this man the $200, and I'm gonna say, here's the $200, and it's shocking but not surprising that I'm the only one giving you money, and I'm not working, and he doesn't have a problem with me burning the incense. It's just her. So I'm gonna clarify that today, that here's your money, thank you for allowing me to stay here, and since this is your house, and since you don't mind me burning my incense for a room that I'm basically renting, I'm gonna burn my incense. And he's gonna say, okay, fine, no problem. Because even when he told me that, even when I told him, he was like, what's the problem? And he was like, I don't know, just try to burn them when she's not here or something, because she's getting whatever. But now that I know that you are not paying this man, you're the father of your daughter, your ex-husband who's still your husband because they never got a divorce, this man that you did dirty, put him in a depression, all types of shit, try to make it seem like he's a villain. And this is the one thing I'm going, over the weekend, I'm going to, because I built a rapport with him. That's the other thing that she doesn't like, is that I build a rapport with him, and like, he talks to me about whatever's going on in his day, in his life, and like what he wants to do with Shanoa. And she literally said to me last week when she was talking about how she's gonna put him in a box in the garage, she's like, oh, he doesn't need nothing. All he needs to do is, I'm gonna move that couch out there, and I'm gonna put the TV out there. That's all he needs. He needs to be put in a box. I'm gonna tell him that. I am going to tell him, like, and that's selfish. Like, so where do you magically got $600? And this man can't figure out how to pay the gas bill that costs exactly $600. He just told me that. Zachariah. What's up, Zachariah? What's up, Aztec? And then the refrigerator is like dying slowly but surely. And I even said that to her. I'm like, why are you getting a dumpster? And I'm like, why don't we all put our money together and get a new fridge? And she was like, no, the fridge could die. And then when it dies, it's going to be his fault because he didn't fix it. And I was just like to myself, like, wow, that's crazy. Another thing, I'm going to tell him. Just a month ago, somebody reported him to the city of Chicopee, where we're staying at, because he had like some miscellaneous stuff in the driveway. And he got a letter from the city that was saying you need to remove this debris from your driveway by this date, or he was like gonna get fined or something. And he was feeling like one of the neighbors, like he was really trying his hard to try to figure out. And I was just like, I feel like people should mind their business. And we were like sharing, like, yeah, people should mind their business. This is your yard. Who tells you? And he was like, look, the guy next door, the neighbor next door, and the guy across the street both had a bunch of stuff in their driveways. And he went over and asked them if they got letters. He was like, no. He was like, I think it's some lady he used to work with also lives on the street, and she had got fired or something. So he was like, I think she did it. Come to find out, the person who called the state on him, or the city, was this person living in the house, because she told me. And I was like, why would you call though? Because like, it's his yard. Like, if he wants to put stuff in his yard. And she was like, no, this is the suburbs. And you know, she tried to play me also. She tried to be like, you might not know about the rules in the suburbs. In the suburbs, you gotta live a different way. And honestly, nobody wants to look at that. She was like, I was getting tired of looking at that. It was an eyesore. And so he needs a little motivation. And she was like, if I didn't call, it would still be sitting there. When I tell you that a lot of times you are sleeping with the enemy, you are living with the enemy, motherfuckers be having traps for you, hidden agendas for you, ulterior motives. And she just said, come here, smile. And he was really distraught about it. He was feeling stressed. And she was just like, oh, you know, just clean it up. Like, she was trying to be like, and in hindsight, she was trying to act like she was so like that, like, who called? Meanwhile, it was her this whole time. Yo, I just lived with somebody like this, so it's very triggering for me. It was her, and I'm going to tell him. It was your wife who ain't your wife. This is funny, because isn't that my theme when I was just at the end of last year, when I was just like, dag, like, I'm running away from my husband who ain't my husband, and my mother-in-law who ain't my mother-in-law. Now I'm over here, their situation and their shit, peeping this shit. And I'm like, oh, snap. People really don't be liking you. They be having a dislike and a disdain for you. And they'll use you as much as you allow them to use you, to get up and level up and leave you in a ditch. Leave you fucked up. Leave you with debt. Because that's exactly what she's doing. She's stacking her money, saving it up, and planning to get up out of there by leaving him. So it's like, you're not fixing the fridge. You call the state on him, and then pretended like, oh, who could it have been when it was you? And now you're about to try to convince a man who allowed you in your time of need, where you just didn't have anywhere to go with your daughter, and allowed you and your daughter to come back here to his house. Not only come back, but then bring me and my daughter. And you trying to make this man move out of his house and live in the garage, a box. And he doesn't know any of this. He gives her the benefit of the doubt. He's like, oh, you know, I think it was the girl she was just with. She put a lot of stuff in her head. She did all of this. Like, this man has no clue. He has no, like, and I know why she married him. Not for love, not because she didn't like him. I know why she left him. He doesn't know any of this stuff. He asked me, he was like, you know, I don't know what I did to her. I don't know and I won't say anything. But I'm going to say something. I'm going to say these things. The one thing I'm going to spare him, and because I'm not that mean and I'm not that malicious, but she told me when we were living on the farm, we were having a conversation, and I was just sharing like what was going on at the time with my daughter's father. And I was just like, dag, like, what did I do to this person that they're treating me like this? And I remember she was sharing with me about how she literally said she wished, and she still wishes, that her daughter's father would pass away. And when she said that, I mean, I was crying about what I was going through, and I was like, Dad, like, and I didn't know him at the time. I didn't know him. I didn't have no rapport. I didn't know nothing. I was just like, Dad, like, what did he do to you? He must be really a bad person. He must be terrible for you to say that, because even after like being poisoned, being sedated, be all the stuff I just went through with my daughter's father, I would never wish death on him. So this person must have did something so terrible for you. And mind you, if you don't know, the way that I know this person, the lady that I've been staying with, is when I was a nurse and I was working, I met her because she was a nurse and we were both working. And when I met her, all she did was talk about her husband and like all this stuff and like how they were adopting. I was there when she adopted their daughter when she was a baby, 3 days old. So I thought they were still together. So it wasn't until I went here to this farm and she was with this lady and I'm like, Dad, what happened to your husband? And there was all this negative stuff about how he's a terrible father, how he's lazy, how he's depressed, how he's no good. And then she says she wishes that he would pass away so her life would just be so easier. And she said that, and then since we've been back at his house, he let you come back to his house. He didn't have to do that. And he's letting you live here and get yourself together and letting me live here. And she has brung it up more of like, yeah, I still wish he would pass away. So I wouldn't have to deal with him because like she don't like how bonded he is to the daughter. And so me being here June, July, August, September, about almost 5 months, every day I'm trying to figure out like, where is this villain? Where is this such a bad man at? Where is this lazy, non-working, like where is it? Because I don't see it. This man works hard every day and he's amazing with his daughter. Amazing. All he wants to do is spend his time with his daughter, and that's what he does. He spends all day with his daughter. He's always teaching her stuff. He tries to teach her new languages, all types of shit I could be seeing, and I'd be like, Dad, you're really taking a blessing for granted because this is an amazing dad, an amazing man, an amazing person, and you're sitting here with your miserable self and she doesn't do anything with the daughter, and then he feels pressured on the weekends. On the weekends he works Monday through Friday. On the weekends he wants to relax and not do anything, and he spends time with the daughter. Like they sit there and they're like watching different things, and he plays together with her dolls, all types of stuff. I had never seen her sit and play with the daughter and the dolls. And as a matter of fact, when we were living on the farm, the daughter would say to me, she was like, I'm so glad y'all are here because now I have people to talk to, because my mom doesn't have time for me. She's always just worried about the girl that she was with. And I'm like, at first I thought it was attention-seeking behavior, but I see it. So how dare you? How dare you? So today, I'm just over it. So I'm going to go pay for my room that I've been paying for. And I'm going to burn my incense. And it's going to make somebody very upset. And then I'm going to slowly but surely, because she ain't going to be there, have just my neutral back and forth conversations that I have with this person and say these things. But I'm going to spare that one detail about like, you're living with the enemy. You're living with the enemy who doesn't wish you well, literally wants to put you in a box and is planning to hurt and break your fist. She's planning to get her own place to take your kid away from you again. And it's not even like he's a bad dad. He's a good dad. Like he comes in and as soon as he comes home from work, he cooks. Since we've been there, I have not seen her cook for her daughter at all. And I just remember that the daughter was telling me when we were just on the farm about how her mom doesn't feed her. But when we were on the farm, we were separated. Like they were upstairs and we were downstairs. So I just wasn't believing that. I'm like, your mom's not starving you. She's like, yeah, she doesn't cook for me. And I see it. And he cooks. And then when we were there on the farm, this is so funny. When we were just living on the farm, he was only allowed to come get her on Saturdays. So he would spend Saturday with her and he had to bring her right back Sunday morning. And the daughter would be so sad. And she was like, oh, I wish I could spend more time with my dad, because my dad actually spends time with me. And he's actually interested in like what I like and what I want to do and all this stuff. And she's like, I don't get that from my mom. So all she's worried about is the girl that she was with. And they would like try to bash him, and they'd be like, he don't feed her. All he does is feed her TV dinners. I see this man cook full course meals every day as soon as he gets home from work, and he sits and he eats with his daughter. And another thing is, when we came there to that space, I was like, oh, we could all sit at the table. I'm very big on family. I was like, oh, this is great, like we all here like a little family, we could sit here and eat dinner together, because I want to have a family where I sit and I eat dinner together. And so it's so separated. She had like knocked my idea too, and I brought that up. And now I be like, Dak, they don't even eat as a family. Like, she makes him cook, and then he cooks for himself and the daughter, and then she waits, and then she comes out and she eats, and she sits there by herself. No interaction with the daughter, nothing. And then on top of that, she's petty. Me and him, whatever we cook and there's dishes in the sink, we just wash the dishes. She will just single-handedly wash her own dish. Like this morning, this is why I'm so annoyed. This morning, I'm no longer getting a ride from her at all. I'm not getting in your car, because what I learned at the beginning of the year is I don't have to subject myself to suffer from people who don't mean me well just to get a ride or just to get around or just like eat their shit. I'm not doing that. I just did that with my daughter's father's mother, where every morning, and I was paying her $100 a week, and every morning in her car, she would just do weird stuff. Like, she'd take my daughter outside, and I'm thinking she put my daughter in the car. She's sitting in the car, and my daughter elopes. So my daughter's running in the street because she wants my daughter to get hit by a car. They were trying to set me up all types of stuff. And then it was cold. This was in February, and I didn't have a jacket. So that's why I just like, damn, let me get this right. I gotta get my daughter to school. But she wouldn't even warm up the car or nothing. And she'd roll the windows down, all types of stuff to try to trigger me and provoke me. And I dealt with that for 6 weeks, and I regret that shit. I should have been left from there, just like I should have been left from this relationship. So when I see all the stuff I've been dealing with here, like just in the summertime, I was pushing my daughter in a stroller in the heat, a half an hour walk. You know how many times my friend drove past by me and went to the same house we were going and locked herself in the room and when we get there, no interaction, no nothing. Stuff been going on. I just ignore it, and I just be like, let me just be grateful. Let me just like get through this. Let me hurry up and like figure something out. But I ain't on nobody's time. I'm on God's time. Like, God has a purpose for like all this stuff, and like exposing people and showing me people for who I am, showing how nice I am. Like, why am I praying for somebody that don't pray for themselves, wishes bad on a man that's amazing with his daughter, and you try to set him up and he don't even know it, and you sitting here smiling in his face and trying to act like I'm the problem? You never met a bitch like me, and I ain't no bitch, and you avoided me, so I'm going to expose you the best way that I know how, which is sharing your truth. And like I said, people don't like when you tell the truth, and more importantly, they don't like when they tell their truth. Like, I don't have to lie or make up many things. I don't even lie. I always tell the truth. I'm just truthful, and I show up to conversations, whether they're happy, sad, hard, uncomfortable, because that's who I am. So now that you have put me in this predicament because you want to play in my face, I'm going to expose your truth. And it's going to make everybody fucking uncomfortable. So today I got to go there. Oh, I was sharing the story about this morning. This morning, I'm no longer taking the thing. So I no longer taking the ride. And the ride has been uncomfortable for a minute because I'm always rushing my daughter to get ready in the morning to be on her time frame. With my daughter, I'm taking a 2.5 hour commute to get my daughter to school so that I could get a ride from her 4 minutes down the street to get on the bus. And I don't have to leave at that time. So the last couple of mornings, I've just refused the ride. I don't need a ride. I don't need a ride. I'm good. I'll figure it out. And they're supposed to be gone by 7 o'clock. And then I have from 7 a.m. to 8:15 to get myself ready and to get my daughter ready with nobody else sharing the bathroom or nothing. The last 2 mornings, she's staying here intentionally to monopolize the bathroom. Weirdo shit. I just lived with a man who monopolized the bathroom and tried to disrupt my time or take away from my time. I am not fucking you, and I'm not gonna deal with this shit. And she did it this morning again. I went in the bathroom, took a shower. They were supposed to be gone. And she was still there. I went in the bathroom, I took a shower, and then I hear her slamming dishes, slamming the thing, because she wants to come in here and brush her fucking toast teeth. Yo. And she's off today. She could have, so you made your daughter late because you're trying to like have this weird energy with me and trying to provoke me, but you avoided me, just hid in the bathroom and all types of stuff. So I'm like, Dag, like, why aren't they leaving? I got out. It was after 7:30. I don't have time now. I have to get my daughter. I went to go get my daughter in the bathroom and she ran in the bathroom and locked herself in there. And she stayed another 20 minutes. So I was late again this morning getting my daughter from work from this petty stuff because you trying to provoke me or like inconvenience me because you are a miserable bitch. Yo, I don't have time for this. And so I thought about that today. Like, Dag, like, I got my daughter to school late again today. I had to like ask a stranger. There's a stranger that I met at the library who's been offering me like, he knows what's going on with me, who's been offering me a ride. Like, yo, if you ever need a ride. And it's so hard for me to take help from people because I don't know if it's genuine. I don't know if you're trying to step. I don't know. So I'd be afraid. But yesterday, I didn't eat again at this house. Like, I ate out with my daughter last night. I don't like eating out, but we ate out, and I really don't have the space or time or money to do that. But I'm like, I'm not about to be uncomfortable here in this kitchen. So we ate out, and it was pouring raining, and it was late. So I reached out to the person. They came right there and picked us up, and then they picked us up again this morning. And I kind of inconvenienced them because they wanted to come at 8. And I was like, Doug, I cannot be ready at 8 because of whatever is going on in here. And so they waited. It was really nice. And they took me to do some errands this morning. But I got to get back here. And so like, and then the other thing, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's petty. She only washed her own dishes. So you did all this to stay here to brush your fucking toast teeth. And then when I went out to try to make breakfast and stuff for my daughter and pack her bag, guess what's in the sink? Dishes. And they're probably her ex-husband's dishes from whatever he had this morning. Bitch, you ain't here washing dishes and slamming stuff and being mad because I'm in the bathroom during my bathroom time. You ain't even supposed to be here. You're supposed to be driving a half an hour to bring your daughter to school on time. But you will make your daughter wait and inconvenience when you want to on your time. That's fucked up. And so when I seen the dishes in the sink, I'm like, oh, this is great. I usually wash them up because I'm like, this shit is petty. Like, what kind of petty shit is? I left them there. I don't even have time to do it this morning. But I just said to the ex-husband the other day, like, this lady's fucking petty. She purposely just washes her own fucking dishes. And he shook his head in agreement. Like, he sees the shit that's going on. So now I'm about to really bust your fucking bubble. Because sometimes men are oblivious, and like that's why women are better cheaters than men, because men don't be picking up on stuff. Like, this lady is talking to somebody else too, because every Wednesday she just gotta magically go to Big Y and then she be gone for 4 hours. Like what are you doing? We're a bunch of stuff. But anyways, I gotta get back to this house on time because I need to make something for my daughter to eat before we go trick-or-treating. And we were supposed to all go trick-or-treating together. And, we're supposed to split it. We're supposed to go half trick-or-treating and then half to this event. And then she pulled some weirdo shit in the car the other day, trying to make her daughter pick and choose now when we're supposed to be doing both. So I'm going to bust everybody's bubble. I don't care what y'all do. Because I see the daughter got her doll in the stroller now. They think that we're all going trick-or-treating. No, I'm not dealing with nobody's energy. I'm not dealing with nobody's shit. I ain't dealing with it. I'm gonna not, and nobody's gonna ruin my daughter's experience, because last year her father ruined the experience, and the year before that I tried to do trunk or treat and she wasn't into it. So this year, after I just spent like $120 to get a stupid costume that cost me in the event of the day to go get it, I'm gonna get my daughter dressed, and nobody's gonna rush us to get trick-or-treating or none of that. I'm gonna just enjoy my time with my daughter like I always do every day, yo. And I'm not dealing with that. And then on the weekend, I'm going to continue to build my rapport with this man and share these things that I just said here. And I don't know how he's going to take it. It might hurt his feelings. It might open his eyes to the kind of person that she is. And he needs to put himself in position, because she's going to take your daughter, the one thing that he cares about. This bitch tried to tell me that he sleeps on the couch because he's lazy and he's depressed. And I've been wanting to ask him, like, why do you sleep on the couch? Like, is it uncomfortable? And I'm like, I don't have to ask. What's done in the dark always comes in the light. And like, you trying to paint this person out to be so negative, so unfit, not a parent, not none of stuff. It's like watching me. I just went through this with my daughter's father. But anyways, the other day, he was like, he told me. He just came out and he was like, oh, I'm gonna eventually get a new couch. He was like, I love sleeping on the couch. And I was like, you do? And he was like, yeah. He was like, because when I used to sleep in the bed, that bed, my back would hurt. So I was like, that's why you don't sleep in the bed? And he was like, yeah, because the bed would hurt my back. And he was like, on the couch, like, he slept on the couch after she took the daughter. He was like, she just took her away from me, and like and I could see their bond, yo. I could see it since the first day we got back here. And he was like, but he was like, I noticed how my back wasn't hurting from all this time in the bed. And he was like, plus I don't really rule around. I sleep on my back. And he was like, I could prop up pillows, so it's just comfortable. And I was like, how long have you been sleeping on the couch? And he was like, 4 years. And I was like, and that's the same amount of time of when she left and took her daughter away to go live with this woman that she was chasing, because that's her real thing. Like, she's not even into men. And I don't even really think that she wanted to go through with this adoption. It was like just trying to be a people please to her mom at the time. This is all the shit that she told me. So now when I see shit play out, I didn't plan on saying nothing, none of that stuff. But when you try to play in my face, and when you try to make it seem like we're being an inconvenience here and all the bills and stuff is going up because me and my daughter are here, when we came here as a fucking collective, and you sitting here saving and plotting to fucking do this man dirty again, this man who's a hardworking, good man, great father, and he's willing and able to accommodate you. He'll leave work early, he'll go to work late to do stuff for her and the daughter, and you are not cherishing that. You are sitting here talking about how you wish this person would die, just pass away, so you don't have to deal with what? Like, where would you have went if? And that's what and you know what? When we went back there, I was like, what made you let her come back here? And not even just her, us too. And he was like, I'm just a good-hearted person. And I said to him, I'm like, wow, that's very inspiring, because I feel that if the tables were flipped, because of how emotional women are and how much they hold grudges, I feel like if the tables were flipped and you did her dirty and she just left and then she fell in a time of need, she would not allow you to have come back here. Like, I would bet my last dollar. And because I've seen how petty she is, how petty she's been to me and my daughter, most definitely. And like, you don't even like this man, you're sitting here setting traps for him and like causing him stress unnecessarily, and then sitting next to him like, oh, well, we don't know who it was, but let's just clean it up. Like, doing like, that's weird, yo. And I'm gonna be smiling when I tell the truth. And so I've had to be uncomfortable the past however many days, and I just had a headache where I felt like I was gonna have an aneurysm, and you're avoiding me and doing weirdo shit still. Well, let the games begin. And I was like, I'm just like laughing because I have been praying. I've been like, oh, thank you for a friend like this person, and thank you for this man. I don't want to see these people's name on camera. And like, thank you for my daughter's friend. And I was just saying to her, like, oh, it's funny because I was just saying, like, thank you for you and the girl that she was dating and your daughter. Like, I'm constantly changing my prayers on who I'm thinking, who's seeming like they're doing me something. Like, honestly, she was trying to do me a favor so that she had a built-in babysitter. It's not that you're doing me a favor because that's just who you are and you're nice. Like, I only really knew her from work, and at work you can only see so much of somebody. And so I've learned a very valuable lesson, which is when somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time and then nip that shit in the bud. That's what Maya Angelou forgot to say. So I added it on to her. Nip that shit in the bud. So as soon as I see the thing with the car, you're not doing me no favor by giving me a ride when you've passed me several times when I most needed a ride, pushing a stroller, my backpack, my daughter's backpack, other bags of stuff I've run around and do. And you're passing by me, but then act like, and then want to hold it over my head about what, you're not doing anything for me. I've done mad stuff. You know how many times I watch her daughter? She won't watch my daughter. But then you're gonna be like, let's stay together so we could be What did she say to me? Let's stay together so we could be each other's support system. But you're not being my support system because she has never watched my daughter for me. So I'm doing the same thing I was just doing at my daughter's father's house and at his mother's house. Like getting it done by myself with nobody to like give me a break or do nothing. Prime example, we went to the beach over the summer, which I was grateful for because I haven't been to the beach in a minute. But when we went to the beach, like I have to stay on top of my daughter. Like there's elopement, like there's open water, there's a whole bunch of stuff. And I remember like she just sat there the whole time on her phone, and it's like me, I was running back and forth. My daughter was all over the place. When we got in the car, she said, wow, I'm so tired, and I didn't even do anything. We were there for like 4 hours, maybe 5 hours, and I was on my feet chasing my daughter the whole entire time, and just being grateful that I was like at the beach. No matter what I was dealing with, I'm always being grateful. And I remember when we got in the car, she said, wow, I'm so exhausted and I didn't even do anything. No, she said, I'm so tired and I didn't even do anything. I just sat in the sun and I got a nice tan. And she was like, if I'm tired, you must be exhausted. And I didn't say nothing. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, bitch, I am exhausted. And where's this friend support system? Like, when did you get off of your ass and be like, yo, I see you on your feet chasing? Like, you want me to tap in? Like, that's what I would do as a friend. I'm not built like other people. I help people and I don't have no quid pro quo, no hidden agendas, no alternative motives. I'm just a good person with a whole heart, and I help somebody. And if I see somebody needs a break, help, food, drink, clothes, I just offer. Even if I don't got it or it's my last, I give it. And I'm sick of being surrounded by people who are not like that, yo. And so I'm changing my prayers. I'm getting better in my prayers. Going through this, I'm getting better in my prayers because I'm praying for people who don't even pray for themselves. So how could they ever pray for me? And I'm accommodating people who would never accommodate me. And I'm compromising with people who don't compromise and who are selfish and all about themselves and think that the world revolves around them. Yo, so this is all teaching me a whole bunch of stuff. So I gotta wrap it up, but that was my Indian talk for the day. God's laughing at me, but I'm always in the space of life is funny and God is funnier, and I'm going through this for a major breakthrough. And like I've been saying, God is gonna put me on display. God is going to bless me in front of everybody. Everybody's gonna see it. And those who have done me dirty, those who have had a hidden agenda, all types of stuff, are gonna feel stupid. I'm still gonna bless these people too. Like when I get on myself, I'm gonna bless my friend. I'm still gonna call her my friend, but she's not my friend. I very much have blocked her on my phone because I'm not waking up to no dismantling text messages ever again. I nipped that shit in the bud, and I don't need to get in your fucking car. Excuse me, God, I'm really trying to work out swearing. I nipped that shit in the bud, yo, and I don't need to stay here in your house. I'm packing up my stuff this weekend. And the other thing I'm going to ask the husband, who's not the husband, is, hey, do you mind if I leave a bunch of stuff here? You could throw it out in this dumpster. And he's going to tell me yes. I can't take all this shit out. Like, you know how much stuff I've taken out of this trailer over this year? And I could feel sad about, like, dang, now I got to put all this shit back in this trailer. On top of that, I got to sleep in this trailer. And it's cold. But that's all right. I got plenty of blankets. Yesterday, I went and got some flashlights and some warm heating pads because there's no electricity in here. And I'm not gonna eat for the day, but guess what, during the week I'm gonna go to Big Y and get me a fucking TV dinner. Now that we're talking about TV dinners, and get me a TV dinner because Big Y now has a space where you can sit in, and they got a microwave. And guess what, I haven't used a microwave in like 9 years. I don't use a microwave, but I know how to survive. I'm from the fucking hood. And I've survived mad shit. I went hungry. I haven't eaten. I've slept outside. All types of shit. So nobody could fucking break me or think that you're doing me a fucking favor. Never are you doing me a favor. And if you're doing me a favor with an ulterior motive or something, you could keep that shit. So fuck your timeline. I'm getting out of here this weekend. And I'm about to go sleep in this trailer that I bought. I bought that trailer for $7,000, trying to manifest a dream for a man who didn't even have a dream, who just talked the gift of gab, and then turned that dream and sat there. He didn't do nothing with it. He lied and spent all the money with his stupid ass loser friends, and then turned this trailer that I bought for him for his dream and turned it into a storage unit. And now the storage unit is now become my shelter for the winter with me and my daughter. And it's going to be right outside this house with this man that I'm afraid of. And so I'm just prepared for anything. If he wants to take his daughter in the house, he tries to text me randomly that he feels he misses her and he wants to take care of her. He wants to do, so we'll see. But I'm prepared. Like, I have no desire to go in this house. I don't need to use your bathroom. I don't need to brush my teeth. I already have a plan. I'm going to come here to the library and wash up in the bathroom and get myself dressed, yo. I don't have time for this shit. I don't have time for nobody's shit. Nobody's shit. But I'm prepared. I'm gonna go here. I just went there today and he seen me trying to ask me some shit about like what's going on with her for winter and her stuff or whatever, and I didn't even say nothing to him. But we're gonna go here, and I'm prepared. If you want to take her in here, feed her all the stuff you trying to text me, and feed her and bathe her and put her to bed and this whole routine that you never fucking did in 5 years, go ahead. But I'm not. And if you're not prepared to do that, we'll sleep. I only got to make it through the night in the trailer. We'll sleep. And I can get my daughter to school and wash her up in the bathroom, get her uniform on. I'm not playing no games with no fucking body. Because too many people have played in my face and put me in a box and put me in a ditch and is laughing at me being homeless, all types of shit. But I'm gonna come back. Like, people do not understand the kind of blessing and the kind of breakthrough that God is about to give me and put me on display, like I've been saying, because I'm not a liar. Like, everything that I say comes to fruition, especially if it comes from God. So I'm prepared, and I'm prepared for if he doesn't want to, and I'm sleeping in the trailer with my daughter during the winter time, I'm prepared for him and his games of trying to call the cops or trying to file DCF on me and saying I'm an unfit, lazy mother, whatever he's saying. I don't care, because I have paperwork. I got the school that will back me up. My daughter ain't missing no school, regardless of my situation. I have therapy that will back me up. I have people that will write me letters. And I just went through paperwork to try to get this stupid cash assistance that I just got that took away a whole bunch of whatever he's going to try to say that works in my favor. So I am prepared, and nobody could break me, because motherfuckers just tried to break me. They tried to steal my brain. They tried to put me in a coma. They tried to commit me. All types of shit that I fucking broke. I'm in beast mode. So I am mama bear, polar bear, brown bear, and whatever the fuck you want to call me. I'm all those things, and I'm going to win. And everybody's gonna feel stupid. And I'm gonna have so much money, I ain't gonna know what to do with it. And I'm gonna be living a lavish life with my daughter, making memories. And I'm gonna have I already got my time freedom, and I'm just waiting on my financial freedom. And I've got a lot of people to bless along the way, because I've been keeping a notebook of names for a minute now. And I'm gonna bless those people, and I'm gonna bless those people beyond belief. And the people that just did me dirty, my family, my daughter's family, everybody, they're gonna feel like, oh, why is she doing that for them and she didn't do it for me? Because I had to just go through this to really learn and see people for who they are, and see how much of a giver I am, how much of a whole heart I have, and how much I do for people and they don't appreciate it, and how money hungry people are, and they never gonna have no money because of how they operate and how they fucking got ulterior motives and all types of shit. God will never bless that. You always blocking your blessings because of how you move. And that's why I'm gonna be blessed beyond belief. And you're gonna wish that you came up with me. You're gonna wish that you didn't do me dirty. You're gonna wish that you didn't try to fucking kill me, put me in a box, put me in a ditch, and I survived all that shit. You think I'm not surviving this for a reason? I'm tough. I'm strong. My mom tried to kill me. My mom smoked crack with me, and she couldn't even kill me. So nobody could fucking break me. I gotta go. I hope bro don't let himself be put in a box in his own house. Facts. Yo, he has no clue. I was like, he has no clue. But before I leave here, he's gonna know. He's gonna know. A father asking you what's going on with his little daughter for winter. Facts, he should know. Bro, we're homeless and I don't have any fucking income right now. So He's like, does she have a jacket? And I'm like, yeah, she has a jacket from last year, so that's what she's wearing right now. And I walked the fuck away because I went there to get this bag, because me giving this bag to my friend's daughter is gonna piss her off because she don't want her playing with this doll. Then why the fuck did you buy it? And she don't want her doing nothing. She don't want her to be it because she just, it's a control thing. I just live with people who are controlling, who have private conversations about me, smile in my face. I just went through that, so I'm not dealing with it from you, bitch. Fuck no. I fucking deaded that shit quick. And I should have been did it because I seen this shit when we were living on the farm. But I was conflicted because I was like, dag, like I met this person at work and she seemed really nice. And now I know what's going on with her and this person. And like, maybe it's just a transfer of energy, and maybe she's just being like this because of this person. But I really didn't want to come here to her husband's house, ex-husband's house. But everything happens for a reason. I came here and I'm seeing, nah, it was you. And this is who you are. And this fake toxic positivity, this is fake. This is who you really are. This person I've just dealt with for this last week, or the person who just randomly ignored me and my daughter whenever you get fit and ready, or the person who let me walk on the highway 2 hours to go get a rental to finish school when you could have easily taken me, and then didn't respond to my text message. All types of weirdo shit's been going on, so I didn't want to go there, but I had to because I was so confused of like, is this who you really are? And like, but you wanted a built-in babysitter. I watched her daughter mad times. And that one time I wanted to go to church, that's why that church was closed. I wanted to go to church and she told me, that was the first week that we got there. I'm like, oh, you live right down the street from this church I've been trying to get to. And I'm like, can you watch my daughter so I could go? She was annoyed. She was like, no. She was like, how long is church going to be? Like, why would that be your question, Miss Support System? I'm like, I don't know. I haven't been to church in whatever time. But the church opens at 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. But then she was like, oh, my daughter could watch her. A 9-year-old is not watching my daughter. And then she was like, oh, her ex-husband. And I was like, I don't even know him. We had just got there. I'm like, I don't know him. I don't have a report with him. I know you, and you're my friend, and you're supposed to be my support system. So why would I ask him? I don't feel comfortable asking him to watch my daughter. And this went on for a couple of weeks. And then finally she agreed to watch her. But then she magically slept in until after the time. I had to go wake her up. And she was pissed, like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't know how to didn't want to watch her. So I went and I walked to the church, and the church was closed. And now that I look back on that, the church was closed because the one time that she did watch my daughter while they had a party, while I went to go drop off the sauce so I could be keeping the income that I had going for me, my daughter got hurt because she didn't watch her. She made it her daughter to watch her, and your daughter's not gonna watch my daughter. Who even thinks like that? So my daughter had got hurt, and I was like, you really gotta watch her. Like, she's in this room, I'm gonna leave the door open, but she be trying to swing on the fucking fan. She be walking on the I got the bed, and then we got the bunk bed. I saw she's walking along the edge. She's already fell off. They're like, you have to watch her. She's not like your daughter where she's gonna just sit and entertain. Like, my daughter is active, and she didn't want to be bothered with that. So that's why that church was closed, and a whole bunch of stuff. But it's just like, yo, I watched your daughter mad times. How do you think you just got that other job? Because I watched your daughter so you could go on 3 interviews. I'm always doing a favor, and people don't be grateful for favors, and people don't be grateful for your time. They be all about money, 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 money. And you can give them money and it won't be enough. But they be selfish with theirs, or they be selfish with their money and selfish with their time. So fuck them all. I'm going to live in this trailer. But yeah, that's it. I got to go. And thank y'all for rocking out with me. And I don't know what's going to happen, but thank you. thank you. I'm going to spend the weekend packing up my stuff. And I'm trying to get out of here on Monday, but I'm trying to see if I can, the person who picked me up, they got a truck. And I'm trying to see what day next week I could, they could let me use their truck to move my stuff into the trailer. But y'all know I'll be here with an update. So with that saying, I got my interview today with Wheel of Fortune. So wish me luck. I do Wheel of Fortune here in the library. I got a little bit of time, and I gotta go. That was my India talk for the day. It was kind of probably all over the place like it always is. But I'll update y'all. I'm gonna tell that man that stuff, and I'll come back with an update. So with that being said, I'll leave you with my 3 lifestyle lessons that come straight from me for a reason, yo. Number 1, do not allow anybody to label you, not even yourself, because those who try to label you want you to live in lack. Okay, they want you to live in lack and not your purpose, and they see something in you that they don't want you to see in yourself, which is your gift. And your gift is what gives you purpose and makes you purposeful. They want you to succumb to the label so that you will live and lead with the label, so that you will live a life of lack, loss, and limitations. So don't let anybody label you. Number 2, don't allow anybody to put you in a box. That has even more meaning now. Don't allow anybody to put you in a box, because they then will try to put you in a ditch. Ask me how I know. And number 3, don't forget to turn your life into a lifestyle. And the way you do that is by taking your life into your own hands and participating in your own rescue. Because absolutely, positively, nobody is coming to save you. You must save yourself. So if you tap into yourself more and out of the world less, you will then save yourself from living the consequence, which is living the life that your parents want you to live, living the life that society tries to create for you to live, and living the life that the school systems and the job systems try to program and condition you to live within. And you were not born to simply work a job, pay bills, and die. No, sir, no, ma'am. You were born to live a purposeful life, abundant life. You were born to live your birthright, which is a life of abundance, prosperity, and a life of luxury. So, what's up? How you doing today? Good. So that's it. That's what I got for you today. What'd you say, Aztec? You're strong. You're the epitome of examples of strong moms that raise future children. Your daughter will thank you someday and feel so proud to have a loving mother as yourself. So much to you, India. Thank you, Aztec. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really, really do. And, you know, it's my daughter. It's my daughter that, like, I always been like how I am, but like that backbone definitely since having my daughter. Because I let people play in my face. I let people talk to me any type of way or do something until I can't take it no more and I blow up. But it wasn't until I had a daughter and I seen people doing that to my daughter, and I had to be strong and I had to advocate for her. And I had to do it through tears, through crying, through sadness, through anything, through whatever. And so that really helped me to be able to also do it for myself. Like, I never had a problem doing it for myself, but I would take too much time. Like, I let too much time go by, and too long people play in my face, and too much rope. You know what I'm saying? And now I just like, as soon as I see it, I debt that shit expeditiously. And so that comes from my daughter, most definitely. And I learned so much from her, and she's amazing. And life's just gonna get better for me. I've been saying that, like, life's gonna get really dark for a lot of people and really bright for me and my daughter. So thank you. I appreciate you. I think I want to add into my lifestyle lessons is, like, don't pray for people who don't even pray for themselves. That is, like, so prominent for me this week. Like, why am I praying for people who don't even pray for themselves? So in return, they would never pray for me. Anywho, with that being said, don't forget that you are both an endangered species and a limited edition. So start acting like it. I gotta get in the library because my hands are freezing and my instant is all done. And I'll be back tomorrow with an update. I might be back live in the room because I gotta pack it up. So until then, peace.